Top of the morning to you from a rain-soaked morning in Arroyo Canyon, Newport Beach, California. Out here starting to get into elk shape. Putting on a quick 5-mile trail run. That's adding to my usual 5K weekly routine. But trying to get some off-road, get some scenery, and get into shape for the elk hunt after Thanksgiving. We got all summer. But looking forward to that and want to give it my best. I think next step will be stretching out to the half marathon. Then we'll add some rucking and a lot of this terrain work. Get up to speed and see if I can't outwork those other hunters and get after one. Good times, Chamber of Commerce weather. You can't beat it. Let's get some. Taking advantage of beautiful, crisp, cool weather in Las Vegas, Nevada. Here for the daughter soccer tourney, but thought I'd get a little trail run up to the top of the hill from the valley floor behind us where we're staying. Beautiful look at Red Rocks right up here. And scenic downtown Las Vegas. Anyway, the training rolls on. Gotta get ready for that OC half marathon and the elk hunt this fall. Getting after it. Well, it's race day. Headed to the finish line of the OC marathon here. Gonna hop a bus down to the beach, run the half back. Oh, dark 30 walking through the park. Kind of jazzed though. Gonna be a good day. Based on the training, I don't think the PR's in any jeopardy, but just hoping for 13 free and easy. See you on the flip side. All that practice for nothing. There's 4 holes in that styrofoam. Top of the morning. Getting a little early ruck in. Trying to start the week off right. My favorite hiking partner here. Got the 40-pound pack on my back. Just come over here to wander the park for an hour or so. Trying to get ready. Grinding. We'll hit this. Hit the weights in the garage gym and get the day started. All right. Happy Sunday from sunny SoCal. Trail running in the Arroyo in Newport under sunny skies, about 90 degrees. This was plan B. Plan A was we were supposed to be scouting our elk zone this weekend in northern Arizona. Weather had a little bit of a different idea. They were under thunderstorm watch and flash flood warning, so decided to bump that a couple weeks, but take the opportunity to get some cardio in here. Greetings from the top of the world. Scouting elk, northern Arizona. Got a tag in this zone a couple weeks away. Thought we'd come up here to look around. I'm sure you can't see them on film, but there's about 20 cow elk lining that ridge right up behind me. Mission accomplished. We found them. See where they'll be in a few weeks. Heard an elk bull bugling up there, so I know the ladies aren't alone. Excited about what I'm seeing. This is beautiful. One last long trail run here in Newport Coast. We're gonna put in about an hour back here, backcountry. Body's feeling good though. I think I'm about as ready as I'm gonna get. Hunt's 2 weeks away. Just hoping for good weather and good luck from here on out. We'll see you on the mountain. It's day 2 of the hunt. Out here hiking a draw in the afternoon. Flushed 2 bulls. They both passed left or right in front of me, crossed the other side of the draw, and I took an ill-advised shot. One of them running at a pretty good gallop, so very low percentage. Pretty sure I whiffed, but I'll go down there and check for any blood. They both ran off to the west, and I spotted a couple 100 yards in the timber that way, so I'll go have a look down there next. But exciting stuff. Been hiking for miles, haven't seen a thing. That was a good looking bull. He was in an awful big hurry though. I can understand why. There's a look at the draw they ran through. And the last time I spotted them was up that way. So we'll go have a look around and see what's what. Nice truck. Whoops. up at the temple.
So here we are back in the garage, just wrapping some things up around the hunt. Thought I'd put a little recap together. Boatload of chores to get everything put away. It took me a better part of a weekend to get the truck, the trailer cleaned up, all the gear buttoned up, and this is the last of it. Just cleaning up the rifle a little here. Just thought I'd share some thoughts, around this endeavor. 9+ months in the making, from the time that you draw the tag to all the prep work, to gathering the gear, to recruiting buddies, to making the scouting trip, to getting the fitness together, all that stuff before you actually get out there. And even prior to that, it was a 3-year wait just to draw this tag, which was, a lot of people wait a lot longer. So given all that, the fact that the hunt was unsuccessful, at least in so much as we didn't harvest an animal, no mount to share the wall with Thor up there, no meat for the freezer or to share with friends and family. But at the end of the day, I think the effort that was put in, everything I learned while I was out there, some of the struggles and a lot of the fun we had, well worth everything we put into it. It's not surprising. Didn't necessarily get to harvest this year. A lot of these tags go unfulfilled. That's DIY hunting on public ground, just about anywhere you go. But a lot to be thankful for in terms of the week we had. We saw 5 elk, shot at 1. Obviously missed it on the run, probably an ill-advised shot for starters. But saw probably 8 or 10 deer, some nice muleys out there, including a nice wide 3-point buck. Saw a coyote, saw a bobcat, a bunch of turkeys, a couple of bald eagles, all kinds of wildlife, and some pretty cool stuff that obviously you can't experience here in the city. So glad to have gotten out there. In terms of what I learned from it, I think we had a solid plan, and we certainly did the prep work. All the fitness work paid off. Covered better than 50 miles on the GPS, better than 30,000 vertical feet. I can say with confidence, I think I worked harder than the majority, if not all, the hunters I saw out there at least. Got a lot of sideways looks and a little bit of props from some of those guys. You're going where? Or you came back from where? So good to have a little respect for that, for what it's worth. The scouting obviously paid off. We got into elk in the off season. We knew right where to start when the season started. Saw tons of signs. We had the animals patterned. I think the fact was the weather was a little too nice. I don't think we saw a cloud in the sky until the day we left, and the bulls at least were just locked down during daylight hours. So it is what it was. A couple areas for improvement. I think more trigger time would obviously be beneficial. That's a little tricky for me, being an hour from the closest 100-yard range. And every time you get out there, it's a full day endeavor just to get a few shots off because it's so crowded. But that's living in the city for you. I'd like to spend a little more time before the next hunt learning glassing. I think there's a special kind of patience that comes with sitting there for hours and hours, picking apart the same hillside, looking for movement or whatnot. It put a lot of time in behind the binos while I was walking, picking apart draws and ridges and that kind of stuff. But I don't necessarily have the keenest eye for it, and you stare too long at any twig out there, it starts to look like an elk antler. So some room for improvement there, but I think that comes with experience. Anyway, wrap it up. Just wanted to extend some thanks to my 2 hunting buddies who've really taught me everything I know about hunting. Been with me since I started as a kid, and took time out of their schedules to get out there and on the mountain with me. Did a lot of driving, a lot of scouting, a lot of glassing, and they weren't even holding tags. So that shows you the kind of character to do that, just because they love being outdoors. And thanks to the family, put some pressure on them, being gone for a week. Missed a couple soccer games, missed a band recital. That's a drag. Hate being gone for that kind of stuff. But I do think the endeavor is important. You gotta push your limits. You gotta challenge yourself. Otherwise, you're never gonna know where those limits are. And we had some tough times out there. We had a lot of laughs too. But we put in the effort, and I feel like that's rewarding in and of itself. So glad to have had the experience. Learned a lot. Looking forward to taking that to the next adventure.